Clover Retribution for Dummies, here to provide the information you need to succeed. We're going over the Medusa raid, what to do, where to go, and how to beat it. There's no doc this time since there's not much to describe besides the fight. If you have any more questions, I have a Discord where I'm more than happy to answer anything. I also answer questions in the Clover Retribution Discord, which are both linked down below. Feel free to pay me and I'll probably answer as long as I'm not busy. I will also be showing a sort of cheese method to kill Medusa much faster than usual. Anyway, let's begin. Medusa is a raid boss that you can fight once you reach level 225, although only the party leader has to meet the level requirement. Everyone else in the party could be level 1 and still join if they wanted to. To start the raid, head over here just north of the giant skull past the Halloween portal and interact with this giant red and black door. There are 3 difficulties you can choose from: easy, medium, and hard. Easy Medusa has around 40,000 HP, medium has around 100,000 HP, and hard Medusa has around 180,000 HP. From what I could tell, her damage output doesn't seem to change depending on the difficulty, and drop rates are not increased on harder difficulties, so just do easy mode to save time. I only recommend doing this raid as a mage if you have ideally dark, but blood, 4-leaf void, a good 4-leaf flame build, or maybe even wind works as well. Otherwise you get it done faster and easier on a divine restriction build. After you load in, a cutscene will play and you can actually move around while it's playing. So to get a bit of a head start, most people jump off the platform you spawn on and walk forwards while the cutscene is playing. Medusa can easily be one of the most annoying bosses for most people, especially for mobile players, since you have to be pretty good with this game's movement to do the parkour consistently. Medusa will dive underground and change locations about every 40 seconds. She has 8 spots that she will randomly move to, and yes, she can go to the same spot more than once. You can follow her into her tunnels, but it's not likely that you'll get to the right spot, so you'll probably take a few tries to get close to her. She has 4 attacks. She fires an arrow at the person with the highest threat. Threat is listed on the right of your damage percent. The arrow can go through walls, so be aware. If you're not on a DR build, then I recommend jumping and dodging so you don't get hit by the arrow's explosion when it hits the target or the ground. If you have DR or divine restriction, then you have enough iframes on your dodge to avoid everything, so just hit Q. She also has an AoE scream attack that does around 400 to 500 damage. You want to dodge about half a second after the red circle is filled to avoid it. If you're wondering how I'm not getting hit here, you don't have to directional dodge for the dodge to work. You can just stand there and hit Q and it still works. There's just no visual indication that you dodge. She will also fire arrows upwards and they will rain down in a small area where you are standing. Either move outside the circle or tank it and just keep attacking. Lastly, she will glow purple and scream, and if your character is facing her, you'll be petrified, which stuns you for about 7 seconds. All you have to do is make your character look away to avoid it. Medusa has 12 drops. The Crimson Tearstone is one of 4 materials used to summon the Crimson Witch. The Gorgon Scale and Eye are pretty much only used to craft Camson's coat and gourd. The Mystical Serpent Eye is one of 3 eyes used to start the Nixar raid. Gorgon tokens are pretty much the whole reason people do this raid. They are used to craft many things such as the Gorgon Champion Armor, earrings, hammer, spear, as well as Camson's coat and gourd. I don't recommend crafting the Gorgon weapons and earrings at the blacksmith since the base craft chance is only 40%. You can guarantee to get them for the same price by just going to talk to Orion and buying it from him. If you want the Gorgon Champion Armor, then you'll have to craft that one. You'll have to get to level 74 blacksmithing to have a 100% crafting chance. The Gorgon Earrings, Hammer, and Spear have a 0.33% chance to drop, so if you're lucky, you won't have to get too many tokens. Alright, now here's the cheese, sort of. I haven't done a ton of testing on this, but it seems that when a certain person in the raid dies, Medusa resets her location and goes back to the middle. I'm not exactly sure what determines the person that triggers it, but if you're alone, it's you. You can abuse this by resetting when she dives down and she'll immediately go back to the middle every time. So you can completely skip having to chase her around the map, saving literal minutes per raid. You're only limited by the 5 lives. You can also do it in a full party, just have everyone reset as soon as she dives. I don't know how much longer this will work, so before it gets fixed, I recommend getting all the tokens you need while it's working. I'll pin a comment or something when it gets fixed. Let me know if you have any requests as to what you want a video or guide for. If this guide helped out at all, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next year.